Hi, welcome to Vessel Talk. This is Maisha, and today we will be speaking about gratitude. And I'm going to share my notes with you guys about everything that I've learned about how to become more grateful, how to express gratitude, and just how I'm maneuvering through this new season in my life. Thank you for stopping by this channel. You are very important and you are very vital. I want you to know that. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to even just be on this app. You matter and you good for that. You ate that. Let's roll. Gratitude for growth. This little girl endured hardship, okay? And I became a young woman who kept going when life felt unfair. I came into a woman learning boundaries after years of people pleasing, and I came a woman discovering her voice. Hello, you see me now. Check in. All right. And the woman choosing healing over hiding, okay? So every version of myself carried something valuable forward, and the same applies to you. And anyone can resonate with that, I feel like. But the most important thing is gratitude. So when you learn about trauma instead of letting trauma define you, you sit in silence when distractions have been easier. Choosing meditation, prayer, journaling, breathing, exercise, and self-reflection. Recognizing emotional loops and actively working to break them. Becoming more solution-focused instead of remaining trapped in old narratives. Even on difficult days, you continue showing up, okay? So, gratitude for emotional healing. I cried when I need to cry. I released guilt when I need to release guilt. I learned boundaries and it's not cruelty. I chose distance from relationships that drained my peace. And I allowed myself to feel grief without becoming grief, okay? So every healthy boundary that I decided to take became a declaration of well-being matters. So take control of your mental health. I felt like I was losing my mind, overthinking, paranoid, like people around me. So I just deep dived into the Bible, and I deep dived into meditation, and I deep dived into myself. So sometimes you have to just deep dive within yourself to find what it is that you want and what you're looking for, and believe in yourself that you can do it. So thank you for stopping by. Thank you for reading the Bible with me, or thank you for just taking time to, on your spiritual journey, look within yourself. That counts as well. So seeking wisdom instead of easy answers is a good thing. And like when you take the time to study deeply, you find out knowledge is power. And you also feel like you may know too much, you know? You like, oh my God, how do I live my life like this? You just start seeing stuff everywhere. So you have to explore faith and allow curiosity and courage to overtake you. And these are the passages that I read from. I went from Psalms to Jeremiah, from Judges to John, from Ecclesiastes to Romans. Like, I'm not just reading anywhere. I searched for the meaning, okay? And if you want to create content, or if there's something you want to do, like what I'm doing now, I was doing it before and I let life get me distracted. So I'm like, I have to come back. I have to regain what I was doing. I have to finish what I started. So even though I didn't want to post videos, I wanted to do I maneuvered to a faceless channel after some trauma happened to me. I'm like, I'm not even worthy of being seen. So it was really mentally affecting me. So you have to overcome that anxiety, learn new technology, forget about perfectionism, forget about being perfect, forget about what you don't have, forget about the angles, just start, just do it. So what I did was exercise. I started just hitting my bike, started hitting my meditation, hitting outside, and like I didn't count or anything. I just did it. I'm just tired. And the more I exercised, the more mental clarity I gained and the better I felt. So I don't care if it's a 1-2, 1-2, or you just doing like this in circles, just do it. And repetition, it builds up discipline, and before you know it, you're going to add more things to that exercise. You just have to take the time to focus on just starting is the hardest part, but it's the part that is going to get you where you need to go. Eventually everything will fall into place and you'll learn how to do those things, and you have to overcome that fear. So I'm overcoming the fear, and I'm doing it in front of the camera, and I'm just saying, hey, F it, I'm finna just Hey, I know everybody out here creating. I know everybody out here doing this. Hey, I can't care about what everybody else is doing. I have to do what I got to do for me. So if you're on the other side of the screen, take heed, okay? All right. So, literally, I'm scared. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know who going to see it, but hey, I believe in God and I believe in my source. I believe in my how I was woven. I was uniquely made for a purpose, you know, and you have to know that too as well. Everybody matters and everybody is in this, okay? So don't worry about the numbers. Don't worry about being goofy. Don't worry about none of that. It is what it is. You like what you see or you don't. Keep it pushing. I don't care. And ain't break me. Ain't nothing gonna break me. What don't kill you make you stronger. Literally. Okay. You just have to realize you're stronger and not dead. Okay. So don't be a walking zombie. Don't be like Walking Dead. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, cause it's a lot of Walking Dead around here. It's already season 2026, 2026 to be exact, of Walking Dead, if you feel me. If you know what I'm saying. So you have to wake up and you have to focus on yourself, whether you're working a job that you don't like, because I work jobs that I actually like. I like to talk to people, so I like to engage with people. So that start there, but everybody can't always be at a job that they like. So what you have to do is you have to work on the inside and you have to find some joy on the inside so you can break the cycle of what you're doing. The more you feel better on the inside, the more you can attract what it is that you need to attract. So we're gonna move on. Okay. So yeah, the physical side of it. The more you are what you eat, you are what you engage in. I walk in the sunlight, I dance, I stretch, I do it barefoot, walk in the rain, drinking water, caring for how you look. You have to have self-help days, like wash your butt, brush your teeth, wash your hair, wash dishes. Like, it gets like that. Sometimes you get demonically depressed and sometimes you just get depressed, and sometimes people see things in people and they water the things that wasn't supposed to be watered. It happens to the best of us, but we have to move forward and know that what is in us is greater than what is around us and surround us, and we can put outward energy what we want to receive. Okay. So you have to explore healthier foods. You have to put yourself on a schedule, on a set time. If you feel like your job don't give you enough time, then you need to start giving yourself enough time so you can get the courage to get up out of that, because there's nothing locking you down with change in this life. God can free you from everything. Who the Son sets free is free indeed, and I mean in everything. Okay? Start there. I didn't like my job. I left it. No plan, no nothing. Just I quit. Okay, I didn't even file for unemployment, none of that stuff, none of that. I don't even be trying to. I don't even be trying to do all of that. I just be going, and sometimes me just going didn't always work out, and I will have stories about that. But that takes initiative, and it brought me to a better place in life. So I understand working and I understand not working, but the thing is, we have to remember the work is really within ourselves. Okay. Every choice that you make is a vote for your future self. Like, if I decide to pour into TikTok all day, if I decide to pour into this all day, or if I decide to argue with this person all day, like, for what? That's what you're giving out, and it's going to come back to you like a boomerang. Okay, we don't want to do that. We don't want that. Who wants that? So I just be grateful. Like, I've been in sales, I've been in hospitals, I've been in wards, grippy socks. Yeah. So you have to do the work on yourself, because they'll try to convince you that you are crazy, and all you're doing is seeking yourself. You're seeking a higher version of yourself. And to get that higher version, you have to spend time with yourself. You have to get to know yourself, and you have to like let go of things. If I sit up and I eat junk food and I don't care about my body, then that sends a signal to my body to stay in the state that it's in. The minute you start eating some proteins, or the minute you just say, hey, I'm just going to have a salad all week, I bet you get some good sleep and you get flushed. Cucumber water, small things like the faith of a mustard seed I was talking about matters, and it just takes initiative to take that step. Okay, I like to see results in my life. So even if I didn't want to talk to people, I still apologize and I forgave them. But sometimes you can't forget. So when that moment or grief or anything, a pain comes from the past, it's okay to feel it, but it's not okay to dwell in it. A lot of people dwell in things and can't let it go. And sometimes it's mental with the ADHD. It's a system. It's set up. It repeats over and over and over again. So you have to learn how to break that pattern. And it's possible to break. Everything is possible with Jesus Christ that strengthens me. I can do all things. That's the real deal. Appreciate rainbows, appreciate nature, appreciate the trees, appreciate the water, appreciate the sun that come up that has survived eons and provided rays of light for everybody out here. It's the small things. Like even in driving, I drive nice. Like people don't understand, everything you do matters. Even the way you cut somebody off, that matters. That goes against the grain. You have to treat people like you want to be treated everywhere, behind the wheel, behind your job, behind your friends, behind your family. All of that matters. Everything is seen. You are already under God's microscope. Everybody wants to talk about the cameras in a surveillance state, but it's always been a surveillance realm, okay? You are always seen. God sees everything. So privacy, I don't even believe that's a thing, because God sees all right? So if you know that privacy is an illusion, God see you more than a surveillance state. So I'm a rock with God surveillance and be cool with it. I know you doing wrong to me, God see that. If I'm doing wrong, I know God see that. So I gotta correct that because God saw that, if that make any sense. Like even how I drive, I'm nice when I'm driving, I'm nice when I'm out and about. If somebody crossed me, hey, just because I'm nice and I believe in the Lord don't mean I can't tell you about yourself. I can always hold you accountable for your actions and pray that you do better. I can always call it out, but I can't do it in a way that's anger or riling or provoking, And if some people you can't even talk to, you have to just rebuke them and move on. Like I rebuke that spirit, I rebuke that energy. I'm moving forward. Sometimes they just say something or they look at you. Remove yourself from that. Don't even engage with it. You have to just keep going and moving forward. Be positive with what you do. If you bump into somebody, you being nosy, you in somebody's business, you gossiping, you talking smack, that matters. And I be on TikTok and I be commenting and I be doing stuff that I shouldn't be doing. I'm not perfect, but at the same time, I have to realize all that stuff matters, and it matters. And all that energy I put out, whether I was laughing or playing or fun or I was like immature in one season, all of that matters. And people think because you put stuff online that it's online, nobody saw me or nobody knows it's me. God knows it's you. The heavens know it's you. Somebody put a sun up there that rises eons and eons and eons and eons automatically. You think nobody know what you doing? Come on. Make it make sense. Okay, so appreciate the flowers, appreciate life, appreciate gratitude, have sense. And like when I'm out and about, even though my family relationship is not cool, I apologize to them and I love them from a distance, and I act accordingly. You can't let things get to you. You have to be grateful. I'm grateful that I'm still alive, and I'm grateful that I have a chance to say, hey, I was wrong, you was wrong. How would you like to move forward? And if they don't want to move forward in a way after I've set my boundary to move forward, then hey, oh well, I'll love you from a distance and keep pushing it. I'll let you miss me. Okay? And I had to learn that the hard way. And instead of learning the hard way, why don't you just be grateful for what it is? I'm not going to be mad about what we don't have. I'm grateful for what I do have, and let's keep it pushing. That's the best thing you can do in life, is have gratitude, okay? So, life is always beautiful even when healing is happening, okay? I'm thankful for new chapters in my life. Sometimes you have to plan a vacation. Sometimes you have to do joy rather than obligation. Sometimes you really have to just choose yourself. Choosing joy is a milestone, and you have to be happy when you decide to do that. So let me tell you about the theme with God that I've studied, what's been happening biblically, okay? God has been calling people forward, all right? God has been calling people forward People struggle, people wander, truth confronts them, restoration remains available, and growth requires movement. Whether it was Jeremiah calling people back, Ecclesiastics teaching perspective, John teaching service, or Judges teaching courage, or Psalms teaching trust, the trajectory has been remarkably consistent. Awakening, healing, wisdom, action, and purpose. All right? So, earlier, or when you're beginning your journey, for me, it was all about survival, fear, exhaustion, and confusion. And now it's about boundaries, self-respect, discipline, curiosity, creativity, faith, and courage. My problems didn't disappear. They're still there, sitting heavy. I mean, Jesus. But hey, I got to deal with that. But the most important thing is I have to be present and sane to do that. So I can't let everything drive me crazy, because everything is not going to be perfect and everything is not going to be peaches and cream just because you're centered. But the most important thing is, even if you come off track, to get back on track immediately, fast, because it starts gradually. A sin or a deviant behavior or a deviant thoughts, a seed that was planted, or like, when somebody throw a little slug at you, you know what I'm talking about, catching strays and stuff, you know what I'm saying. It gets like that. So you have to recognize it and be aware of yourself. That's why they say know thyself. All right. Welcome back. I had to take a break. I'm going to go over the Bible verses with you that I read. Some of them are written out and some of them are not. So it's just my notes. So I'm just going to share my notes with you and do my thing. We're not going to worry about being perfect. See, you have to get over those moments. Psalm 95, 7 through 8. Psalm 95, 7 through 8. For he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture, and the sheep of his hand. Today, if ye will hear his voice, harden not your hearts. We're at the part where I want to go over my Bible verses. So I'm going to pull out my Bible, and we're going to go through the verses together. And I'm going to give y'all time to get your Bible as well. So we're going to Psalms 95, 7 through 8, because I want to give y'all the whole tea of how to receive gratitude, And it helped me out, so it's only right that I help y'all out if you need some help. And if not, and if you hear on some other stuff, then hey, rebuke that. Hello? Okay, 95, 7 through 8. For he is our God, and we are the people of his pasture, the flock under his care. Today, if you only would hear his voice, do not harden your hearts as you did at Meribah, as you did that day at Massah in the wilderness. Okay? So you have to thank yourself for remaining teachable. You have to be open. Life could have made you bitter. If you're here, that means you have a chance to not be the person you're probably mad at, or to not be whatever it is you don't want to be. But we're not going to focus on the not. We're going to focus on the R. And I was about to say, we're going to smoke them. We going to smoke them, if you feel me. You know what I'm saying? We're smoking. Them. You feel me? All right, let's move on to Psalm 119, 17 through 18. Psalms 119, 17 through 18. All right. We are at, be good to your servant while I live, that I may obey your word. Open my eyes that I may see wonderful things in your law. All right. Thank you for seeking understanding instead of remaining stagnant. Nobody wants to be stagnant. Like, why do I want to be on a Nokia? Like, I can upgrade myself. Do you not understand that you can upgrade yourself? Why would I want to remain iOS 6 when I could be iOS? You feel me? Hello? Come on now. Charge up. Charge up. Plug in. Plug in. Charge up. Okay? Jeremiah 2:13. All right? Jeremiah 2:13. Jeremiah 2:13. Let's go. My people have committed two sins. They have forsaken me and spring of living water, and have dug their own cisterns, broken cisterns that cannot hold water. Okay? Thank you for recognizing what no longer serves or nourishes your spirit. This is the art of letting go. You have to let go because it benefits you to let go. The lighter you are, the more you can ascend in knowledge, in power, in authority, in grace, in mercy. Why not? It's like getting on the elevator. Everybody chooses the day they wake up. We're all on the elevator. We're all in the, matter of fact, we all in the lobby. Because some people don't even choose to get on the elevator. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody down in the lobby, on the lobby, and we get in the elevator. Those who get in the elevator, those who got somewhere they want to go, those who want to go up, and those who want to stay stagnant, they stay in that lobby. They stay in that lobby. They don't even walk to the elevator. We go to the elevator. People that believe, people that plug in and charge, we go to that elevator and we pressing the highest number. That's what we doing. But guess what? You know, sometimes the elevator needs service and it gets stuck. So you have to realize what you need to let go and who you need to call to get that elevator fixed so you can continue going up. Because nobody wants to be stuck in the elevator. The point eventually is to get off where you're trying to go. Understand me now? All right? Jeremiah 2:32. Does a young woman forget her jewelry, a bride her wedding ornaments? Yet my people have forgotten me, days without number. You have to return to what matters most. I told you I was going crazy, being paranoid. If I'd have been up in this book a little bit harder, you know what I'm saying, it wouldn't be that. But it happens to the best of us. And I'm back in my book and I'm charged up and we're not coming back about it. You feel what I'm saying? This is life. This is a key to life. This is a key to a better living. Why not take it? And it's free $99. What? Huh? Message. All right, let's go to Psalms 88:13. Psalms 88:13. But I cry to you for help, Lord. In the morning, my prayer comes before you. All right? Thank you for praying during difficult seasons. That's the one thing I did when I was not in this book. I still was praying. Much prayer, much power to move forward. And you have to pray the proper way. You can't just be asking for materialistic things. You need to be asking things for yourself, like courage, dedication, the ability to know when you have the power or the move to pivot or to press another button in the elevator for help or service or something. The name of the game is finish, and finish good. You feel me? So keep on praying and keep on having hope. Don't lose hope. So let's go to Judges 4:14. Judges 4:14. Then Deborah said to Barak, go. This is the day the Lord has given Sisera into your hands. Has not the Lord gone ahead of you? So Barak went down Mount Tabor, with 10,000 men following him. Thank you for continuing to shine despite adversity. When I was feeling like everybody was coming at me, I was still shining. I was still holding myself with composure. I wasn't acting crazy. I was silent. I was standing in my authority, whether I knew it or not. You know, I didn't let go of the hope, so I have authority. You feel me? So let's go to Romans 2:1. Romans 2:1. You therefore have no excuse who pass judgment on someone else. For at whatever point you judge another, you are condemning yourself, because you who pass judgment do the same things. You have to look at yourself. Like I said, God sees all. If you do it wrong, God see that. If I'm doing wrong, God see that. That's what I'm talking about, you know? And you have to believe that you can be aware of yourself and change it. You have to know that renewing your mind and renewing your heart and renewing your life and renewing your finances and renewing every relationship and everything you touch, it takes source. It takes this. It takes God. It takes his word. It takes meditation. It takes eating right. It takes dieting right. It takes having a schedule. It takes honor. It takes, if I say I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. It takes being of truth. If the truth ain't in you, what that mean? Ezekiel 36:26. Ezekiel 36:26. Ezekiel 36:26. All right. I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. You have to allow yourself to be vulnerable, like I'm doing right now, or when I was trying to work on relationships, or when I'm telling a person, hey, you hurt me, or hey, I didn't like that. You have to stop them immediately and speak up for yourself. And you have to know that you have the heart, you have the courage, you have the right to live your life how it should be lived, okay? In courage, in power, in authority, in stability. You deserve to have a stable, beautiful, blessed life of abundance. But what it takes to get that is these baby steps. And I hope you're willing to do that. And if you really want to change your life, rock and roll with me, like and subscribe to the video. Hello. And we're going to keep doing our thing. So now we're going to 1 Chronicles 16:24. 1 Chronicles 16:24. I'm in Corinthians. Okay, I got that C. 1 Chronicles, where you at? Here we go. There we go. 1 Chronicles. 1 Chronicles 16:24. Let's go. All right. Here we are. Declare his glory among the nations, his marvelous deeds amongst all the peoples. Just like me being in nature and just having appreciation and being in awe of God. Like, look at all he can do. Like, there's wind blowing. There's like the sun rising. Like, bro, like you could just look outside and be like, all of this stuff is going on automatically without you getting up. Like, it still goes. Like, what? This plant is blooming outside. That's life outside. There's little sugar ants in my house looking for food right now because it's hot outside. Like, there's so much life around and there's so much God is doing for all. He's doing for that little sugar ant right now, surviving up in my kitchen, getting a little sugar and not and living for the day. Everything is being taken care of, down to the sparrows, down to the lilies in the field. Come on, man. Gratitude, grateful. All this God around you, all this beautiful nature around you, be grateful for that. You sitting in traffic, look to your left, look to the right, look at some life in the car. It's a living person right there over there. Be grateful that you can see that, because everybody ain't able. Everybody ain't able. Let's go to Nehemiah 11:2. Nehemiah 11:2. Okay? The people commended all who volunteered to live in Jerusalem. You have to volunteer to build your future instead of waiting for it to build itself. Like right now, instead of waiting. I'm just like, you know what? I'm finna do this. I'm finna take back control of my life. I'm finna just go ahead and do my videos and just put myself out there. I'm not finna care about what nobody say. I'm not finna care about what nobody thinks. Yes, I'm fat. Yes, I'm this. Yes, whatever. It doesn't even matter. God sees me and I've been seen by God. He knows my name. So that means he knows I have a purpose and he's gonna make sure I get to that purpose and he has a plan for my life. Do you understand me? Okay? Let's go to, you have to take the time, take the time. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 6:9. Ecclesiastes 6:9. Ecclesiastes 6:9. That's Ephesians. Where's Ecclesiastes? All right, we in here by Proverbs. All right, bet. Ecclesiastes 6:9. Better what the eye sees than the roving of the appetite. This too is meaningless. A chasing after the wind. Jesus. Do the work. Eat right. Better is the sight of the eyes and wondering of the desire. Thank you for appreciating what is present while working toward what is next. That's called being in the now. Name 5 things you can see right now. Stop. Being in the now. Now is very important. It's all that there is now. Just keep on being in the now and focus on what you're doing in the now so you can vote for your future self to be what you really want it to be, okay? While working towards that, and be grateful for that, because you never know when your time is over and up. So just stay in pocket, stay in your bag, stay in that pocket. It's called staying in position. I'm on the elevator and it's working, so it's going up, okay? We're not having no bumps, and if we do have some bumps, I can get service from God. You feel me? So let's go to John 13 and 5. John 13 and 5. Okay. After that, he poured water into a basin and began to wash his disciples' feet, drying them with a towel that was wrapped around him. Okay, thank you for learning that true strength includes humility. And humility, I want to break that down in a second because I'm learning all of what humility is. So let's move on to John 13, 34 and 35. A new command I give you, love one another as I have loved you. So you must love one another, okay? You have to still love. You have to be capable of loving yourself. You have to be capable of loving yourself so you can love others. And to love yourself is to take care of yourself. To love yourself is to treat yourself proper. To love yourself is to talk to yourself properly in your head. To love yourself is to stop yourself overthinking. To love yourself is to choose to eat something better. To love yourself is to choose not to listen to that song. To love yourself is to choose not to engage with negativity. To love yourself is accountability with yourself. To love yourself is to take care of yourself in all ways. Okay? 1 Samuel 12 and 20. Do not be afraid, Samuel replied. You have done all this evil, yet you do not turn away from the Lord, but serve the Lord with all your heart. You have to continue despite setbacks and mistakes. You can't be too hard on yourself, like, oh, I messed up. And that's why I was saying, once again, you have to talk to yourself nice and hold yourself accountable and be logic and go with the evidence. If you don't have evidence of what you're thinking in your head, then you shouldn't be thinking it. Like sometimes you might like, oh, this person, you feel this person feels this way about you. If you don't have any evidence that they actually feel that way about you, it's not even worth going forward for. And at the same time, focus on yourself. Just focus on yourself. Okay? You can't be too hard on yourself. Yes, everything looks like boo-boo financially, or yes, this is not working, this is not working, this is not working. A lot of stuff is not working in my life right now, but God is. So I'm confident that He is going to take care of everything, but I have to take care of everything on my end. In order for Him to have a place in me, I have to eat right, I have to speak right, I have to choose to engage in things where He can facilitate inside of me, if that makes any sense. So what do you want to be? Who do you want to be? What do you want to facilitate?
Message.
So Psalms 18 and 2. Psalms 18 and 2. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. My God is my rock, in whom I take refuge, my shield, and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. Thank you for finding solid ground during unstable times. Right now, the world is very unstable. Very unstable. Right now, it can seem like everything is scary. And I wanted to make sure it was still rolling. It seems scary, but politically, things have always been going on. I know when I was watching the news, or I was watching all the things that were making me like feel like the end of the world was coming and all these people were after me, it was just making me afraid. It was just, I was eating up all the fear mongering things. Like I was terrified, and that's not a way to live. So you have to find some solid ground, and you have to ground yourself. So you have to have a solid foundation, because if you get knocked off, you have to be like a tree planted. I love trees. You have to be like a tree planted. That's what it's all about. Stay planted, stay solid, because the whole world is trying to knock you over. If that makes any sense. All right. So let's go to John 13, 34 and 35. John 13, 34 and 35. John 13, 34 and 35. Okay? A new command I give you, love one another as I have loved you, so you must love another. By this, everyone will know that you are my disciples if you love one another. You have to continue to love despite minor setbacks and despite disappointments. Like, this person broke my heart, I still love them from a distance. Or this person did this to me, I still love myself enough not to engage with them. I feed and I pour my own plants. I water my own waters. I calm my own waters through the glory of God and through the power of God to my extension. You know, I'm plugged in, so the power is moving within, okay? The power of love. Be on a higher frequency. Being on a higher frequency, you can figure out your problems. You can figure out how to solve it, because God is going to give you what you need to fix that. Eventually it will come, and those problems that I'm talking about, they will go away, and new problems will probably arise. But I have to stay firm in knowing that God can take care of all. And even though I will learn how to be better in these problems, there's going to be a different set of problems. It's going to be a different level. I'm going up on the elevator, I'm aware of that, but I'm going to stand firm and be like a tree planted, you know, and move with love and do what I'm supposed to do, because a tree is in its season. It's doing what it's supposed to do, planted. All right, 1 Samuel 12 and 20. And this is from my church. Yes, I do go to church. Do not be afraid, Samuel replied. You have done all this evil, yet you do not turn away from the Lord, but serve the Lord with all your heart. Keep on going. Love on him, love on him, love on him, love on him, love on you, love on you, love on her, love on her, love on her. Praise to the mother, praise to the mother, praise to the feminine energy. You know what I'm saying? There's love here, there's love there. You want to be more feminine, fall in love with yourself. You want that feminine energy. You want to learn how to be a woman, fall in love with yourself. Fall in love with your rose. Fall in love with your arms. Fall in love with your scars. Fall in love with the way you different colors. Fall in love with the way you full of everything. I'm a zebra. Psalms 18 and 2. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. My God is my rock, in whom I take refuge, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold. Finding solid ground during unstable times. The world may look like it's a volcano erupted outside with energy, bad energy. Stay silent. I ain't worried about nothing. I'm going to let it roll off of me like a bird, let water roll off his feathers. You heard? All right, let's go to Psalm 90 and 2. No, Psalms 90 and 12. Psalms 90 and 12. It's right up in here. Psalms 90 and 12. Teach us to number our days, that we may gain a heart of wisdom. You have to be more intentional with your time, your energy, and your attention. You are what you eat. You are what you engage with. You are what you listen to. I don't care what nobody say. What it feeds into you, it's going to seed into you. You understand me? And you got to understand your waters got to be filtered. You need to put a Brita, a God Brita on the filter of your waters. Ooh, hello? Okay? Let me see. So, these are just some things. Gratitude declarations. Thank you, Lord, for every mountain climbed, every valley crossed. Thank you for strength when I felt weak. Thank you for wisdom when I felt confused. Thank you for courage when I felt afraid. Thank you for healing when I could not heal alone. Thank you what I could not heal alone. Thank you for healing what I could not heal alone. Do you understand me? Thank you for teaching my boundaries, patience, humility, faith, and perseverance. Thank you for every lesson hidden inside every chapter. Thank you for the woman I was. Thank you for who you was. Thank you for the woman who I am becoming. Thank you for the woman who I am becoming. Thank you for who you are becoming. You are becoming someone. You are becoming someone. And you need to be becoming someone in Christ Jesus. Hallelujah. Psalms 18 and 29. For by thee I have run through a troop, and my God, I have leaped over a wall. For by thee I have run through a troop, and my God, I have leaped over a wall. Do you not understand? That is bulldozing, and leaping over a wall. What? That gets me so turned up. Like, what? For thee I have run through a troop. For by thee I have run through a troop. What? It don't matter if it's a flock of soldiers, a flock of haters, a flock of ops. I'm running through them. I know you heard Megan Thee Stallion running through his house like a Tomb Raider. This the real deal right here. Leaping over walls, running through troops by the power that he instills through the connection, through the bond, and through the love that you have for yourself. All right? Love yourself. If you can't do nothing else, you can love yourself.
Message.
And I just want to say, like, it's just like a full circle moment for me. And I just want to overcome. And I'm glad that you guys are here to share this moment with me. Whoever you are, wherever you are, you matter, you're a star, and you need to rock out, even if it opts out. Humility is seeing yourself accurately, holding yourself accountable, never elevating yourself above others, nor diminishing the value God placed in you. I'm not better than nobody else. I'm not perfect. I'm flawed. And even if I'm getting it right and they not getting it right, you know, I still got love for them because we all matter and we all are a part of this experience and this journey. And it's up to us to choose what type of journey and what we want to facilitate while we're walking through our journey. So Micah 6:8. He hath shown thee, O man, what is good, and what doeth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God. Humility is not self-hatred. Humility is not self-erasure. Humility is not self-mistreatment. Humility is not people-pleasing, you know? And I shout out to Dream Doll. I loved her song, Talk to Me Nice. Because I started saying it to myself. I started talking to myself nice. And that was one of the songs that I remember I used to always, it was stemming in my head just over. Talk to me nice, talk to me nice. Like, you know, you literally have to talk to yourself nice. The minute you hear yourself telling yourself negative, you need to swing on yourself. Because you whooping. You ever seen Liar when he was in the bathroom and he was whooping himself? And he said, what are you doing? He said, I'm whooping my own ass. Yeah. Literally, it's like that. Yeah. Okay, so humility is truth, teachability, self-awareness, and reverence for God. And he told the truth. He said he was whooping his own act. And you see in the end, he came out on top. He held himself accountable. The definition we developed, okay, together, me and you in just this wave and who is resonating with, okay? Not pretending to be more than you are, not pretending to be less than you are, accepting your strengths without arrogance, accepting your weaknesses without shame, continuing to grow without needing to prove yourself, okay? The psychological definition. In psychology, humility is often associated with accurate self-assessment, openness to feedback, emotional regulation, secure self-esteem, esteem of yourself, low defensiveness. A humble person can say, I was wrong, I need help, I don't know, I'm still learning, without feeling diminished. And to tell you the truth, I really believe half of the people, everybody out here don't know what they're doing. For real. We all winging it on some real, you know? Humility versus low self-esteem. Many people confuse these, all right? Humility says, I have value, and so do you. You know, we all matter, gang. All right? Low self-esteem says you have value, but I don't. Humility keeps dignity intact because a lot of people run around with no dignity, and I used to be one of them, just crashing out doing just awful things, and we'll talk about that later. I have a book, yes, that I will have available for purchase with more of those stories. I would like to do story times, but I see a lot of people take people's story times, but I don't know, we'll see. I'll pray on it. So humility versus pride. Pride needs to be right. Pride needs recognition. Pride needs superiority, and it measures worth through comparison. Like, I rebuke the spirit of pride. Like, when I get on TikTok, I find myself comparing myself, but I'm looking at somebody else's highlight. And I don't know what the person had to go through to get that. And maybe they did some things I'm not willing to do. So it's not even good to compare yourself. And the minute you find yourself comparing yourself to something or someone, you need to immediately just pray and check yourself and figure out what it is that made you feel like that. Because it's a check engine light on you. It's a check engine light on in your car. Walking and shit just going like this in your face. Bing, 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 bing. And I hate having lights on in the car. I gotta get it fixed immediately. I don't like that. So humility seeks truth, welcomes growth, learns from everyone, measures work through purpose. All right? And humility and boundaries. One of the most important discoveries that I've made, humility does not mean unlimited access to you. You can be humble and say no. I had to learn to say no. It was so hard for me to say no. People was always asking me for money, always asking me for things, always asking me to go out. I was like, yeah. And it's just like, no. I had to learn to say no. I had to learn to turn my phone off. I had to learn to find my voice, because at first I was like, lay down, I'm good. I had to find my voice, but at first I was too passionate. I couldn't communicate. I couldn't deliver what I was saying in a respectable tone. So I've learned how to say that doesn't work for me. I've learned how to say I need space. I learned how to say I deserve respect. Boundaries are not pride, and boundaries are stewardship, and you're sticking up for yourself, and you're holding yourself accountable, and you're telling that person like, hey, I don't like that. Don't do that. And I'm not gonna go home and think about it. I'm finna nip it in the bud right here. I'm not even finna give you a chance to sprinkle that seed. Hey, I didn't like that, and I'm finna tell you I didn't like that, so you can correct it. And if you don't hold yourself accountable, then that seed goes right back to you. That's how I'm finna nip that in the bud. Hello? Message. Humility and healing. As people recover from trauma, many discovered they were never humble. They were conditioned to shrink. And when I was shrinking, man, what?
Oh, hell no. Oh,
Girl, what you doing?
Oh my God, when you realize you done did that for that, you're like, ugh, why you do that? Girl, oh my God. Ugh, yuck, ew. Okay, Jesus. Whew. Don't do it. It's best you don't do it. Don't shrink yourself for nobody. Don't shrink yourself for nobody. I'm a big deal, and so are you. So let's be big deals together. Thank you. It's enough room for us all. It's like million, trillion, billion, zillion, gazillion people here. It's enough room for us all. Scooch over. Thank you. Thank ya. Okay. True humility allows you to take up healthy space. I'm allowed to be here. You're allowed to be here. All right? Express your needs. I'm allowed to say, hey, I need this fan on, or I need to sit here, or I need that. I'm allowed to say that. Am I going to get it? I don't know, but I'm allowed to say that. I'm allowed to express that. Accept compliments. When people say, oh, you're beautiful, because I give a lot of compliments when I see people, and I see people don't throw compliments out to me, or there's some people do, and I'll be like, oh, okay, all right, that's nice. Or they don't say thank you when I say compliments. That's a seed too being planted, because you think you're too good to say thank you back, or you act like you don't hear me. You think you're too good to acknowledge me. You think you're too good to have a conversation with me. Like, no, that's not what we're doing. So you need to learn how to accept compliments, and I wish people would learn how to accept compliments, because I see it out a lot and about, and I do that daily, because I want people to accept that they belong in better spaces and that I see them. I like people to know that I see them. You're seen. I want people to know that you matter. Like, I don't even care if you're on the street or I was on the street. I was homeless. I was seen by God, and you're seen by God too. All right? So accept the compliment that you are loved. That's the first lie the devil be telling you. You are not loved. You have no friends. You have no real support. You have no money. And they're like, you have no power. Get thee behind me. Hello? Come on. Pursue your goals. Everything that you said you want to do is possible to do. Just take time, focus, and get it done. Protect your peace. Remove yourself from places, people, things that are not serving your purpose. Like, if I'm not feeling it, I gotta go. Like, it's not me saying that it's dusty here, but I just feel like this is some dusty energy, and it doesn't make me better than everybody that I can feel that or that I know that, but it's best for me to remove myself from that. I'm aware. I'm using my senses of survival and health and life to know that, hey, it ain't safe right here. And so I'm finna find me something safe to do. All right? Without being guilty for it. Because sometimes I would do no's, or I would say things and then I feel bad. Like, dang, did I say too much? Did I express too much? Did I hit it too hard? Did I knock her out? I wouldn't even try to do that. You feel me? It happens. So you have to do it without guilt. You have to know, like, I'm allowed to say that, or I'm allowed to feel this way. I'm allowed to be accountable to and hold you accountable for what it is or whatever that I'm feeling with or dealing with or trying to heal with. And if you're in my space, it's an opportunity for both of us to grow, period. Humility and leadership. The strongest leader often display humility because they listen before speaking, continue learning, and they admit mistakes, and they develop others. Humility creates trust. Arrogance creates distance. So humility is a realistic and balanced understanding of oneself. Modesty is moderation in self-presentation. Teachability is willingness to learn and receive instruction. Intellectual humility, recognizing the limits of one's knowledge. Like, I know you're not ready for this, so I'm still drop it for you. I'm gonna drop that T for you. You heard? But hey, it's gonna resonate when it needs to resonate, when you least expect it. Bow, glory to God. Hallelujah. All right. Self-transcendence, seeing oneself as part of something larger than the individual ego. I'm a small piece to a larger puzzle, and I know that, but I don't shrink myself in my existence, in my being. I'm not doing that. Okay? But I know it's a bigger program. I'm not bigger than the program. Hello? Your personal working definition here. After everything that we got going on for the both of us, you, me, audience, Resonation, Team Resonate, LMU University, Luxury Mayhem University. This is a part of it. This is talk. We getting it in. Humility is the courage to stand fully in truth, honoring your strengths, acknowledging your weaknesses, accepting your worth, remaining teachable, and refusing to shrink yourself to make others comfortable. Take up space. Be healthy about it. Know you deserve to be here. It's your birthright to shine. It's your birthright to act accordingly. It's your birthright to be a woman of your word. It's your birthright to walk with a strut. It's your birthright to know you know you blessed. It's a birthright to know you in abundance. And if it don't look abundant around you, make it abundant in you. Period. Additional verses on humility. Proverbs 11:2. When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but the lowly is wisdom. James 4:10. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up. Yes, he will. Philippians 2:3. Yes, she will. However you want to call it. Because I see a lot of debates online. He, she. This is an intelligent entity, an intelligent being. It don't care about gender. It's the essence. Are you a good person at the end of the day? I see a lot of people harping up on people. Oh, you believe in this and you believe in that and I believe it. You believe in what you believe in, but are you a good person at the end of the day? Who are you at the end of the day with whatever it is that you serving? And if that's what you're serving and works for you, don't come over here talking smack to me. I'm not forcing you to live my life, and I'm not forcing you to say what I'm saying. And I'm not out here attacking nobody about it. I see a lot of people doing that. I rebuke that, okay? Philippians 2:3. Let nothing be done strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem each other better than themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I was saying. Like, let's be cool. Let's be cool. Let's learn together. Let's grow together. Let's be good people on the inside. All the back and forth of religion and this, that, and the third. Man, are you a good person at the end of the day? Do you cut people off in traffic? Do you press the button to close the elevator before people get on the elevator? I know I did. And that don't make me better than nobody, but hey, I did it. And I own that. And you know what happened when the first time I did that, and I let some, and I purposely tried to close somebody off the elevator got stuck, gang. Bruh, I'm stuck in Baton Rouge, in the elevator, drunk, living in sin. I'm trying, somebody coming, they got all these little kids in here playing basketball games. I see the little kids, I'm like, I don't want these kids on the elevator with me. I start pressing the button, and he scooted on up in there, and the elevator got stuck, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, are we really stuck in here, and I'm drunk? Is this really happening? And he's like, yes, ma'am. I was like, oh Lord, what we gonna do? I told you not to get in this elevator. I know you see me pressing that button saying don't get in this elevator, but he got in the elevator, so I was like, all right, what you think we should do? He said, press all the buttons. I'm like, oh my God, you a man, you supposed to know what to do, man. But he was a little man. He was in, I want to say it was in college or something. So I was like, all right, I got it, bet. When I press this door open button, you see it open a little bit, I need you to pry it open. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's get in action. I say, that, boom. Me and him running out the elevator when it opened, and I got this big old dude running behind me. You know what I'm saying? So, true story. It's just better to be a good person. You know what I'm saying? Because God gonna show up at the end of the day, and he gonna free you out of situations. And if I was just letting him get on the elevator, it probably would have worked. You know? So, being petty don't get you nowhere, but stuck is the message. Okay. Humble, 1 Peter 5:6. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time. All right? And the grand takeaway is humility is not thinking less of yourself. Humility is thinking of yourself truthfully, like being true to yourself, knowing where you are. I would like to be on level but I'm on level such and such. And it's okay for me to be on this level. And it's okay for other people to be on this level with me. Like, it's okay. We're living life and we're learning each other. Hey, what you know? You know how to get off this level? Oh, okay. I do. Here, this is what you got to do. Oh, you know how to get up there? Oh, okay, this is what you got to do. Bam. And then before you know it, we all up there, chilling. But we still care about the people in the lobby. We still care about the people trying to come up. We still care, okay? And most importantly, we love ourselves, and we love God, and we love others. Full circle. Okay? It is strength without arrogance, confidence without domination, boundaries without cruelty, and growth without ego. All right, I'm gonna let y'all go. I've been yakking and yakking. Thank you for coming to Vessel Talk. This has been a talk about humility. This has been a talk about gratitude. This has been a talk about just moving forward. Much love to you, much power to you, much prayer, much power. And it don't gotta be long to be strong, but you know me, I can be yakking and can go on and on and on and on. But stay tuned, we will have more. Thank you for choosing Vessel Talk. This has been Maisha. May you be blessed. If you deserve it, and you're right with the winning team. Yeah.